Hey guys, welcome back out here to the Hetrick Outdoor YouTube channel, and today we are continuing our progression on our overlanding rig, Project Babe. You know, she's making it there one step at a time. Here's what we're doing today. Out of this metal I've got cut here, we are building the roof rack that's going to go on top of the camper shell so that I can get it all the holes and stuff drilled, then I can sand and paint that. Hopefully about the same time I sand and paint the truck. We'll see what happens. We'll see how this goes. But got all the metal cut. Spent the day doing that. Didn't figure you guys wanted to watch me just sit there and cut a bunch of metal. So I jumped us ahead a little bit. Got it all cut. Or well, 90% of it cut. There's some things that I don't know the measurements of until I get this put together. So that I have to cut them. Did that math? Did that make sense? Sure, we'll go with that. Y'all got it. Y'all understand. You smell what I'm stepping in. What we're doing is going to make two hoops. And then take the pieces there to separate the two hoops, which makes your basket essentially. And then after that, I can cut my runner for the center, and then my runners go in left to right to meet that center bar. I roughly know how long all that needs to be, but I decided I would just go ahead and put it together so I don't have to like make stuff work and it not be square and not look decent at all. Thought about 45 in all these corners and putting it together and making it look good. I don't really have a saw that cuts anything at a 45, so I'd have to sit here with an angle grinder and try to cut them, and then that just doesn't ever work out. So we're just gonna weld it together, then cap the ends and call it a day. So I'm going to get to laying this out, squaring everything as best to my abilities, and welding it up. Alright guys, as you can see, we have our bases of our hoop, or our box, or hoop, or basket, or whatever you want to call it, done. The next step is to weld these four corners all the way out. Then we'll go halfway down and put a bar in, halfway down, put a bar in, halfway down, put a bar in, all the way around. And then that should just about do that. Then after that, we'll put our center bar in going this way, and then we'll put our crossbars in every so many inches or whatever. So at least that's what I'm thinking for now. It may end up being put a center crossbar in and weld in a piece of expanded metal. I don't know if I like that idea. I think I like the idea of just doing bars better. So this is for hauling, you know, coolers and stuff like that. So they'll be bigger items, so they're not going to just fall between the bars. But I want them close enough together. You know, it's all structural and supports anything that I do want to put up there. So I'm going to flip this over, weld all those out, put in those center supports, and then catch it back up with you guys after I get done doing that. It'll either be here just a minute or in the morning. It kind of depends. I go cook supper, so we'll see what happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is roof rack done other than paint. Hey, it turned out okay. There's a few pieces I should have squared out a little more than I did, but like I said, it turned out all right. Got my mountain tabs welded on. Everything's welded out. So now we just have to set it on the camper shell, drill our holes, pull it back off. We can paint it, and then we can sand and paint the camper shell. And that should be about it on that. Got to get some end caps. I was going to just weld them up, but I think I'm just going to order some end caps, some 1-inch end caps, and put in there. And then that leaves me the ability to be able to run wire through them if I want to put lights on the outside of it, which at some point I probably will. We'll see how that goes. I say it's about done. There is one thing I have to still do, and I have to unbox the whole thing and decide on what part of this is the front, what part of this is the back, and build that awning swing out, which I guess is what I'm doing next, so that the awning can swing around to the side so it's out of the way when traveling, and then swing around to the back because it is 8 foot wide. And the back of the truck's obviously not 8 feet long, so we'll have to build a swing out thing, majigger for that. So I'm actually going to unbox it here in just a minute, and we'll start trying to design and build that. Alright, y'all. Let's see what comes in the box. This awning. One. Big old awning. This truck is supposed to be 8 feet. It's on a track system. So that's the awning. Just gotta find the parts and pieces. I'll go down here. Let's see what's in this bag. We got a bracket. A bag that stays attached. That's cool. Do they put all the parts in here? Yes. That's what we needed. Brackets and hardware. More bolts. Nuts. Electricity. Those are tent stakes. Bracket. And more. this as we track this thing ribs in. Pole. Do not see any instructions. Maybe the constructions aren't here. Haha, constructions. All right, well, I'm gonna get my read on and see if I can come up with a game plan on how to make this work. So I'll see you guys in a few. Alright guys, I'm going to see if I can explain to you how this is supposed to work. This is it in travel form. This is when you're going down the road, it's in travel. You got some adjustments so you can like suck it up more or whatever. If you want it closer to the truck or further out from the truck, you know, I left the adjustment in it. I decided not to cut it. So this is my pivot point. Now to make this whole thing swing, you're going to loosen these two 10 mils. Come down here. Loosen these two 10 mils. And loosen this 7/16. I wish I could have done one wrench for all of it, but these are the two bolts I had. They're actually both 7/16. You're going to take this bolt out. After you loosen those up, slide this all the way down to the notches down there so you can take it out. Rotate it and slide it down the other one until that other one ends up down here at this end. And then put this one back on and drop the bolt back through it. So in theory, that's how it's supposed to work. Now you got to do all of this while it's above your head on the side of the truck. I feel like that's 100% easier said than done. I'm going to set up the tripod and see if I can kind of show you guys how it's supposed to work. Because I wanted this to be like a quick setup, but, you know, if you only use it when you're going to be there a couple of days, you know, if you're only going to be there at night, maybe you don't worry about it. Unless it's raining. I don't know, but then you got to do it in the rain, so still not as quick as I'd want it to be. But I just can't think of a better system. Because if I do it the other way, where that one stays steady, it ends up backwards on there. And you would have to somehow be able to rotate, and I couldn't, and my brain could not make that work. So I'm going to see if I can show you guys exactly how to do this and not make myself look like a fool. I mean, I am a fool, but like, you know what I'm saying. All right. Find all the wrenches I had. Starting off real great. There's a 10 mil. Loosen these. This one apart. Now I tried using a pin, but it had too much wobble for travel. So may drop a pin in that side once you get it off, I don't know. And just like that, she's where she needs to be. So it took me like 2.5 minutes on the ground. So trying to do that above my head, probably going to be real, real bad. And then to put it back, you just reverse it. So you would loosen your 10 mils after you retighten them. Take this bolt out. Again, all this is above your head, so it's going to suck real bad. Make sure you slice your finger open on the hole you drilled because you didn't deburr it yet. You rotate it around. Grind that weld off so you don't have to fight it every time. Slide it down. This part's a lot easier if you're not bleeding to death. This one on. And tighten your 10 mils back down, you're good to go. And try not to cut your thumb on the hole that you didn't deburr. Little shop band-aid for the win. You know, shop towel and duct tape or electrical tape. Everybody's done it. If you haven't, you don't work on stuff enough. I want to thank you guys for watching. Y'all remember to like and subscribe. Y'all stay frosty, and I'll see you in the next one.